Last month, we did a leadership tip and it was about reinforcement. It was specifically about reinforcing behavior that we don't want to see. And we typically reinforce that behavior by not giving feedback and not redirecting whatever that behavior is. People seemed really connected to that topic, and we ended up getting a lot of questions, a lot of comments around that they agree. But what happens if you've been reinforcing behavior that you don't want to see for however long? So what we've done is we've pulled together the 6 steps that we walk clients through when they're looking to start shifting behavior that they have not before held people accountable for. So we want to share those with you. We're going to go fast, right? There's 6 of them. The first thing is acknowledge it. You have to acknowledge the fact that this didn't matter yesterday, or it mattered, but you weren't paying attention to it yesterday, right? You have to be able to say, I know this hasn't been a top priority. We both are going to know you need to put it out on the table. So the first thing is to acknowledge it. The second is to set the expectation. If you've been doing this behavior differently for however long now, you need to make sure that you're getting the clarity on that expectation. So you have to be able to communicate, what does this need to look like? How should it look in action? When should you be using this behavior? You have to paint that picture for them. The third thing is you have to be clear about the why. Why are you asking for this behavior shift? What's the impact that this has? Does it help save me time? Does it help save our team time? Does it support someone else's job function? Is it valuable for the organization? Does it help the client? What is it that is going to benefit from us making this shift? Then you have to ask for a commitment. It's not enough just to tell someone what you want to see moving forward. You have to be able to ask for them to commit to whatever this new behavior shift is. Right? So maybe it's saying, can I ask that of us? Maybe it's saying, are you comfortable moving forward doing it like this? You want to get the yes from them. Then the 5th thing is all around holding them accountable. If you see them living into that behavior, you have to reinforce it. You have to reward, right? A pat on the back. You've got to be able to say, thank you, I see that you're doing this. Thank you, you're making a big difference wherever it is. You have to acknowledge it. And if you're not seeing the behavior that you're looking for, that you both committed to, what you have to do is redirect. We're not giving feedback at this time because you're shifting up the expectation. Now we're just redirecting. Hey, this would be a perfect time to put that plan in place. Hey, last week we spoke about the fact that we want this to look a little different. I'd love for you to practice it right here, right? You have to redirect them to get on the path that you're looking for. Then, as time goes on, that's when you shift over to feedback. So if they're doing it, that positive feedback, keep it coming. If you're not seeing that behavior, now's where we actually sit down to have an actual feedback dialogue. So again, acknowledge it, set the expectation, be clear about why, ask for a commitment, hold them accountable, which is rewarding or redirecting, and then as time goes on, transition into actually giving feedback.